Hey all, welcome to Real Little Britain and Blackish Brewery. Folks, and I've got another beer for you. And it comes from the Time and Tide Brewing Company, and it's their Papa Midnight Black Indian Pale Lager, coming in at 6.5% ABV. Now, I've had two beers from this brewery, and let me tell you, they are absolutely stunning. I've never had a bad beer from them so far. This beer was purchased from the Grumpy Goat. Now, the first time I went in about 2 weeks ago, they only had two beers in the range, and then Mr. Tim Lloyd said they got more in. Woo! So I went today, got another three. So it looks absolutely fantastic. This is probably the second or third time I've had a black Indian pale lager, or a black lager, what it's called. Um, but really looking forward to trying it. This beer is 30 IBUs, and what else can you say? It looks good in the can. It looks very sophisticated. The label itself is good. Let's do the pressure test. I love these pressure tests. This beer feels as if it's carbonated already. So sometimes with canned beers, if they feel too squidgy, they're under conditioned. This feels good. Let's crack this bad boy up and see it's like, exactly what it's like. This beer has been in the fridge for about 2 hours now. So the beer has opened with a lovely hiss, and it's got a little bit of flue coming from it. The beer is pouring with medium carbonation, and it's pouring this lovely jet black cover, a bit of mahogany. Look at that, folks. It's a one fingered head, tightly packed bubbles. It's mahogany brown in colour, and part of it goes to jet black as well. Let's go straight. Look at just the head alone. The head has got this lovely tan creaminess to it as well, very much like you get on an Irish stout, like Beamish. Let's go straight in with the nose. The first thing you get is Pilsner malt. Oh my good god. Then you get a little bit of black roasted malt. You get that roasted brown bread. You also get a little blackberry note as well. And there's a little earthiness and a bit of lemon as well from the hops. You're also picking up a tiny bit of molasses and black trigger. Let's go straight in. Cheers. Oh, okay. Oh my good god. So the first thing you get is this very, very light roasted malt. It's brown bread, toasted. It's got a black crust on it. You get a bit of sourdough white bread. You also get this very dry dryness from its Cascade hops, which are put in very, very early in the boil, and leave this kind of quite high IBU. It says this beer is 30 IBUs. It tastes more like 50 or 60. The beer is quite creamy as well. It's got a light kind of molasses oatiness to the beer. But what definitely is very, very prominent is the Pilsner yeast or lager yeast which has been used. This is a bottom fermented beer. It's very, very good. There's a lot of flavours going on there. The carbonation is very, very good, and the body's good for a 6.5% beer. It actually drinks its strength too. The beer is quite chewy. The only thing I would turn around and say is that it's quite bitter for what they state as a 30 IBU beer. The Cascades hops are shown through very, very well in the beer, but it's not really complementing the malts. So whether that is black malt or a bit of roasted barley, a light bit of chocolate malt, I would turn around and say it's probably the best thing to use would be a little bit of Magnum, followed up by Willamette and then Cascade. But overall, it is a very, it's a very good example of the style of a black Indian Pale Lager, and it's 6.5%, folks. You couldn't doubt it. I wonder what this would be like in Key Keg. Again, the only concern is the bitterness. It's quite overpowering. It's quite very, very dry. Actually, it's so dry that it reminds you of a dry cider. That's the only downfall to the beer. So what's the finish like? The finish is big. It's roasted, and it's got the lovely deep flavours of Cascade hops. But what lets it down is that very unique and deep dryness, which is quite a bitter, dry sickiness to the beer. What do I give Time and Tide Brewing for the Papa Midnight Black Indian Pale Lager at 6.5% ABV, folks? This to me, just as how it's described and taste wise, it has to be a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. What I would like to see is this beer strip back of the bitterness and it's up a bit just to make it a little bit sweeter. And it'd be absolutely stunning because all the flavours are there. Folks, that's Real Little Britain and Blackie's Brewery doing a review on Time and Tide's Brewing's Papa Midnight Black Indian Pale Lager, coming in at 6.5% ABV. Cheers, Slam Cara.